Yo, 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 what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? My name is Jamal Pope, aka J Phoenix, and this is going to be your daily tarot and astrology reading for Sunday, August 18th of 2024. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful weekend so far. Let's go ahead and hop into today's video, see what the cards have to say, see what the planets are doing, so we can see how you can be better prepared to navigate these celestial energies in these wild and very interesting times. Well, let's see. I have the Five of Swords, actually. The Five of Swords, or the Five of Bows upright. And what I like about this particular deck is that instead of showing one person kind of having all the swords and the other one's walking away, it shows different aspects of himself actually involved. So today could be one of those days where we are sort of looking in the mirror. Maybe we're asking ourselves, where can we be robbing ourselves of opportunities? Where can we be robbing ourselves of, a different perspective or a different mentality, mentality that's going to, bring us, more understanding, more understanding, or just, an overall fresh perspective on things and not get so trapped into one particular ideology. Let's see what it's followed by, though. I have, interesting. I have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so I think we do need this shift. I think we do need this kind of look in the mirror because this Queen of Swords in reverse, this is, it's not fully clear right now. The Queen of Swords normally, she's pretty direct, pretty much to the point, very clear cut, no gray areas. It's very black and white. But with this sort of energy, is kind of bringing up the gray areas in life. So I think, sometimes we can get in our head that things have to be either this way or that way, and there's like no in between. Well, this Queen of Swords in reverse is saying that there's a lot of gray area today. There's a lot of other things to be considering, and it's not as clear cut as we think it might be. Now, astrologically, I always do this. There it is. Okay. Now, astrologically, we do have that moon still in Aquarius. We're not going to get quite to the full moon. That's going to be on Monday. Very interesting full moon, by the way. That's going to be a very interesting transit report that I do, of course, for that. But, we do have some interesting things happening today. Well, number one, we will see Mercury shift to 26 degrees and begin its cazimi with the sun. So they're going to be conjuncting here in Leo. Remember, Mercury is retrograde. Whenever Mercury retrogrades, not only does technology kind of get a little bit weird and slow, but that's when we're just kind of going through things, reconsidering things, kind of going back to the drawing board a little bit so we can, do a little bit of recalibration. It's like, okay, this is how I was kind of acting and moving before. Maybe I need to adjust in some areas right here, right? Now, the other part about this, though, is the fact that as the day builds up, we're going to see Venus hit the 17th degree of Virgo. This activates a mutable T-square here with Jupiter and Saturn. Of course, Jupiter hasn't even fully squared Saturn yet. It's almost there, but it's not quite there. Now, of course, I talked about this in my weekly astrology horoscope, how we're getting multiple T-squares, and then I think we're gonna still have another T-square that's going to happen after this via it'll be a fixed T-square once the moon, it'll be with the full moon too. It'll be with the full moon, it'll be with the sun, and then it'll be with Uranus. So this is just two out of the three T-squares that we're going to be seeing, where we have three planets involved with each other, opposition, and they're both squaring another planet. This definitely makes things a little bit more challenging. With this particular one, since it is mutable, it's talking about our ability to adapt. Saturn in Pisces is definitely bringing up, different themes of like our spiritual integrity. It's bringing up different themes of like our spiritual resilience. Saturn is all about, having the resilience to kind of make it through things. And with it being in Pisces, it's about like, how can we, through these weird and auspicious times, how can we find our strength and how can we kind of mature a little bit and make it through these times? Venus in Virgo, it's about doing the daily work. It's about, Venus is all about receiving, but when she's in Virgo, she's actually doing a lot of the work. She can't just, we have to realize that, you know what, while we may want to get our nails done, while we may want to get our hair done, while we may want to do certain things, or, I mean, I guess some people are sneakerheads. I'm not a sneakerhead, but maybe we want to wear white shoes, but it's raining outside, and we can't wear our shoes that we want to wear. We gotta put on some boots if we want to go work in the fields. And I think it's about utilizing the resources too that we have to get to do the best job that we can. And then you have Jupiter and Gemini, which is just expanding things, even though it's in the sign of Gemini and it would prefer not to be there. But this is, like I said, a big fish in a small pond. And with Mars there, it's just getting more inflamed and more excited. Even though Mars is coming off of that, this is, like I said, it's one of those moments where we almost may feel like things are getting too much or too big. So we're trying to escape somewhere to find some level of comfort. That's the moon in Aquarius. The moon in Aquarius is wanting us to almost be like, kind of going to like this emotional escapism area, but it's going to be hard to really escape it, especially coming into a full moon that's going to evolve Mercury. That's also going to, of course, involve this Uranus. Not only that, but it is the lunar return for America. So, America, you're not going to be able to escape this, anyways. So, we're coming to a major release point here where we're probably going to get some shocking information or some shocking revelations. I will say, like, in the personal life, like how this applies to you today. I think we're just kind of looking in the mirror today and seeing where we need to adjust and realizing that everything is not as black and white. Not everything is so cut and dry like we probably thought it was. That maybe we just need to do a bit of recalibration, and that's okay. We'll see like that start to come more into fruition more in the evening time here on Sunday, this mutable T square. But this is a pretty big one, and we're going to be feeling it throughout the day. We're going to feel it throughout Monday too, going into the full moon. So definitely some intense energies to deal with. But, I know that we can make it through these. It's just, like I said, this is one of those times where the mirror is being held up to everybody, and we're all having to address some facet of our life. So, just be wary of that sort of thing. Final card of the day is, interesting enough, I have the Knight of Bows. So I got all swords, all bows. And this is the Knight. And I love that this card actually comes up, because if we're talking about the speed or fast, this is the fastest card in the deck. The Knight of Swords is the knight that's like rushing into battle, and usually when you look at this card, like in traditional tarot, it shows a knight on his horse rushing into battle, going against the wind. Now, she's on a giant eagle, but she is sort of like, she is definitely in her war like energy, and she's definitely in her warrior energy and moving forward and wanting to just charge into battle. It's in reverse. This is a time where we can't just rush right into things. We actually have to slow it down. It's kind of like, I can't remember if it was in my weekly horoscope or one of my daily horoscopes, how I am equating these times to how we have like these different streams that we are a part of. Like how in Finding Nemo, there was that underwater current that if you jumped into it, you would pick up speed and it will carry you a certain distance. But then you have to be able to hop out of that stream as well. And when you hop out of that stream, you kind of get like this more objective view of the reality, and you get this more objective view of that stream. We all will pop in and out of these streams in our life. We all can get caught up in different currents and waves and stuff, but every so often we need to slow it down and pop out of it so we can get a clearer picture of what's going on here. Knight of Swords, to round up this reading, means to slow it down, to chill out. It is good that this is happening on a Sunday, so most people do slow down on Sunday, but slow down, take it in, take a breath, relax, look in the mirror, address what needs to be addressed. Try not to get too hard on yourself. Try to, give yourself some grace, and realize that, hey, when new information comes in, adjust, adapt. And that's all you really can do, right? Start anew. That is the card that comes up. I did get this card somewhat recently too, but start anew. So yeah, this is a time to kind of just refresh ourselves, to recalibrate ourselves, and to realize that, hey, if we're presented with new information, we have to have the strength and willingness to change. Now, if we purposely do not change, especially if the information reveals something that maybe is causing a detriment to ourselves, then we have to really acknowledge why exactly that's the case. Maybe there's some sort of deeper emotional issue. Maybe there's some sort of trauma there. But also, you don't have to change everything overnight. All you have to do is take one simple step towards the positive change that you're looking to implement in your life. You don't have to reinvent the whole wheel. You don't have to run a mile. Sometimes it's just about taking that first step. That's going to do it for your daily tarot and astrology reading this Sunday, August 18th. I trust that this message will assist you on your journey this weekend. If you found this video at all helpful, I definitely would appreciate it if you like this video, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But y'all take care, stay blessed, have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you all on the next tarot and astrology reading. Peace.